Few days ago, I was watching a movie, and there was a man in the movie that was explaining how he was trying to pick tiles for his pool, and it just stressed him out. The movie is high potential, and the man was, accused of murder, and they asked him, "Oh, what was he doing at that particular point that the murder happened?" And it was like he was even at home picking tiles for his new pool, and he just felt frustrated over the tiles that he was picking without knowing that his girlfriend was even dead. So when he said it, I was feeling like, I don't know, why would picking tiles annoy you? Guys, I felt that same annoyance during the course of the week. Just few days after I had watched that movie, it now made me remember. I was trying to select wallpapers for my new room, and honestly, that was like probably the most tedious thing that I've ever done. The last time I picked wallpapers, I was specific but not that specific. I could use different colors. I could use yellow, I could use brown, I could use black. Like, I just used something that was cool, and I just did not mind in as much as it fit into everything I was doing. I picked them, yeah. But this time I already had like a vision in mind. That is what I want the outcome to be like. So I need it to be fine. I can't describe the outcome, but I know the outcome. Like, I'm so specific that I want it to look somehow. I don't know what I was going to use. I don't know how I was going to do it. I just had like that bold idea in my mind. So I went to Pinterest and I spent almost 3 hours scrolling. I was going from one part of Pinterest to another part, downloading different pictures. I would stand in my room and I would hold the picture up from my phone and I'll be like, nah, it's not going to make sense here. I will try it again. And I remembered this man said he was having a hard time picking tiles for his pool. Guy, that's something that is very, very, very valid. Like, you are going to definitely see through a pool. So the tile is going to be like the most beautiful part of it. So if the tile is not beautiful, definitely the pool does not probably exist. Like, you're not going to feel the pool, something like that, except you have like lights around the pool that can cover up for the ugly tiles. But aside that, the water is going to be more like transparent. The tile is where you're going to exactly be seeing. But at the end of the day, I got a particular picture and I felt like, it's sort of like aligned with what I wanted. So yeah, this is what is on it. The main thing of all this backstory I'm giving you is I want to read something out from one of the pictures I later selected to use as my wallpaper. Now, I'm still checking these ones out. I don't even know if I'm going to use it. Yes, because I've been having a lot of contemplations. I've been checking a lot of ideas, and I'm like, I think I should change it. I think I should stay with it. But yeah, this is what this wallpaper said. So this wallpaper says strategy. It's a noun. The act of designing a detailed plan or method to achieve your career goals or lifestyle success. The huntress archetype is particularly skilled in directing everything from what she wears to who she connects with. No detail is left unplanned. So these like all those pictures that would have a word and they would indicate that, okay, this word is a noun, and they will give you a meaning that resonates with a set of character. So this meaning is representing like a poised woman, an elegant woman, a strategic woman. That's what it represents. And honestly, I saw it and I'm like, nah, this is beautiful. Like, I need to have this. I need to use this. So yeah, when I was preparing for this podcast, I just remembered, based on the podcast topic, that this thing actually works and resonates well with this particular episode. So I decided to tell you guys the story of how hard it was for me to get that picture, to pick that picture, and how I actually relate with a man that had a very hard time picking tiles for his pool. That is why I have read it for you guys, and I hope you listened. Or should I read it again? Okay, let me read it again. The word is strategy, indicated as a noun. The act of designing a detailed plan or method to achieve your career goals or lifestyle success. The huntress archetype is particularly skilled in directing everything from what she wears to who she connects with. No detail is left unplanned. Yeah, so that's it, and that's what is part of what we're going to be discussing about. for this particular podcast episode. So don't go anywhere. Stay with me. Thank you. So hi guys, my name is Ebonloa Olufayo and I am your host. So yes, welcome. This is the Colors and Lights podcast, and this is a space where we talk about faith, growth, the beauty of becoming and transitioning, and everything life and in between. And this is episode 24. Yes, and as well, the fourth episode of the 7 Pillar series, Old Testament edition. Through this series, we've been drawing lessons from fathers and, well, today, a mother of faith, people whose life still teach us timeless truths about purpose, courage, and working with God. And today's focus is Esther. And yes, the reason why I read something on strategy is because today is the silent strength of strategy. And our case study is going to be Esther. Yes. If there is a word that you can use to describe Esther, what's that word going to be? Maybe fearless, confident. I don't know what you want to use. But what came to my mind was strategy. Yes, that was what came to my mind was strategy. Yeah. So yes, let's do this together. Esther was a woman with no royal background, and in fact, she was in a foreign land. And she was all of a sudden chosen to become the queen. Mind you, it was not by accident. She was placed there by divine strategy. So God more like orchestrated the plan that, for this to happen, this must happen. For this to come to pass, this must be in place. That was Esther's own. In this life, you might understand why you are where you are, but God definitely does. And God is a very, very strategic one. He places people in certain environments for certain reasons. There's one word they say when they talk about Esther, made for such a time as this. Yes, they said that because she has had like series of training that we most probably do not know of that made her qualified to be acknowledged with the royals. Yes, so she had probably been this elegant, poised, confident woman. And when you see her, that she's now a royalty, it's not like she has to do a master class again just to be able to fit in. Yes, so she was made for such a time as that. So God has orchestrated and strategically, divinely positioned her to be there at that particular season. Yes. So in the book of Esther, that was Esther 2 verse 7, she was an orphan and she was raised by Mordecai, that was her cousin. And her story was based on divine positioning. She was not born into a royal family. God just decided to place her in close proximity to the palace. Then she became a queen. Now, I talked about her being prepared for a time as that. The Bible mentioned in Esther 2 verse 9. Okay, let me start from verse 8. When the king ordered the search of beautiful women, many were taken to the king's palace in Susa, and Esther was one of them. Hegai was put in charge of all the women, and from the first day, Esther was his favorite. He began her beauty treatment at once. He also made her plenty of food and 7 special meats from the king's palace, and they had the best rooms. So there was like a whole training process, and I think it lasted for a year. Yes, the young women were given beauty treatment for 1 whole year. The first 6 months, their skin was rubbed with olive oil and myrrh, and the last 6 months, it was treatment with perfumes and cosmetics. So it was for a whole year that they had the beauty treatment and everything. And honestly, within that period, they were going to be grounded in the palace lifestyle, the palace rules, how they would address maids, how they would address the king, the king's guard, the officials. They were definitely going to have an idea of all that within that 1 year. So it was not like, okay, Esther was highly favored. It was not like Esther just came from where she was and all of a sudden she was just in the palace and she was suddenly learning on the job and figuring it out about herself. She had a whole year where she was doing the rigorous learning. They said it here as beauty work, but most definitely she was going to be taking note of some things. How do they address this person? What do they say? How do they greet? How do they respect? Something like that. So that period for her was a building period. Yes. And okay, Esther 4:14 says, "Who knows if perhaps you were made queen for just such a time as this?" And that's the verse that captures the heart of the story, the divine timing and the purpose. And every single thing about it was just strategic. And in fact, the person that was placed in charge to take care of them for that 1 year loved her the most. So he was definitely going to be giving her tips like, do this, don't do this. So Esther could have decided to be silent. It wasn't a fight directly, even when she got to the palace. But she decided to choose courage, leave her comfort zone, and just approach the king. And she asked for her people to fast and pray. That's Esther 4, verse 16. Asking for her people to fast and pray is a strategy, but that's not manipulation. Yes, she was guided by faith. So showing us that strategy does not mean manipulation. It's guided by the wisdom. It's wisdom that is guided by faith. So if you are being strategic with what you are doing, you have that wisdom that is guided by faith. You are also praying. God has given you the instruction to go, and you are doing it with wisdom. You are doing it with the principles you know, with the instructions that God has given you. So the strategy does not mean that she's trying to be manipulative of the king or something. She was guided by God. They prayed and fasted. That's a lot. Yes. And she did not rush into the moment. She prepared for it. When the time came, she had the opportunity to be able to speak calmly, wisely, and with grace. And her words were the ones that saved a whole nation, an entire nation. So it did not just start from when she became a queen. It has started a long time prior. And in fact, that 1 year was definitely going to be like the most rigorous. There were things that she would have noticed that people were experiencing, but she could not say anything about. She would most probably just be complaining as well. That, oh, these people are not treated well and all. But she was not yet in position of power to be able to do anything. But the moment she was strategic about it. She had to tell her people to fast and pray, to seek the face of God. She does not want to do anything in vain. She does not want to go without God going with her. And when she was there, all the things that she had learned, she put them into good use. She knew how to speak. She knew when to speak. Yes. So that was like Esther's only strategy was just so amazing. So yes, what are the lessons we can draw from Esther's story? First is that we all need preparation. Our preparation is definitely going to birth purpose. Esther did not just act. She was not just strategic. She was prepared. Her fasting, her waiting, her timing, everything aligned with divine instruction. So in today's world, preparation definitely still matters. Your quiet seasons are not wasted. They are training grounds to help you grounded, to help you prepare. So preparation is necessary. It is needed. We all need it. And moments where you think you are not doing anything in particular and just waiting on God for your next big move. You know they say things like good things take time. Yes, that might actually be the period where God is preparing you. But if you are overly engrossed in what you want, and you are not aware of time and seasons, you did not discern enough to know that at that particular point, you are supposed to hold on, listen, learn, and prepare. You might miss out on the bigger one. Yes, it's one thing to be highly favored and get an opportunity, and it's another thing to be able to maintain and keep that opportunity. Yeah. So what if you got that job you've always prayed for, you've always wanted, but you are not skilled or equipped enough for it? And the next 3-4 months, they fire you and you leave. And then you go, the devil is the one that caused it. You did not prepare enough. You were not ready for it. So that moment where you are still waiting, where you are still praying, please make sure you are also preparing. It is very, very important. As preparation was as important then, timelessly, it is also important now. Yes. And second is influence begins with obedience. The most influential people that we see, they are sort of like confident and crazy about what they believe in. And with God, you have to be obedient to be influential. Top leaders in the Bible, they were obedient. They had to obey God to be able to lead people. When God tells them, do this, they were able to do it. And that enough gave them the respect that they needed to get to be able to lead people. They were very, very obedient. So Esther was not chasing the influence as first. She just stewarded responsibility. She knew it was a responsibility for her to bring her people to freedom. And her leadership was very, very intentional. So that's what influence looks like. She was very, very dedicated to service and obedience. And with that, she was able to gain the influence that she truly deserves. So the influence and the respect you think you deserve is still going back to obedience and stewardship. You have to obey. You have to lay everything down to God. Do what He says you should do, and you'll just find out it's way, way more easier than you think. Yes. And then the third, everything is timing, and timing is everything. Esther waited for the right time to make her request to the king, and that tells us that purpose without timing can just destroy what God intends to bless. Esther's own was made for such a time as this. Esther was meant to be there at that particular time. So if you're meant to be somewhere for nations to be built, for kingdoms to be freed, at a particular time, and they are not there, definitely God can make use of someone else. God can, have another way around that and all. But at the same time, the timing that you should have, the timing that God has for you, is what's going to make your purpose come to pass. Now, this timing is not based on your own timing. It's based on God's timing. It might take, for Esther, it took a year and more. For you, it could take 20 years. It could take 30 years. It could take 40 years. It could take 50 years. Again and again, it's not about your time. It's about God's timing. So you still have to key into His obedience to be able to know what to do per time. So you don't miss that season. You don't miss that time. You are prepared enough for even the times that you are made for. Yes. So timing is everything. So hold tight to God's time. And trust me, there is enough time. Don't be in a hurry for anything. Don't be in a hurry to achieve this, to do that, to quickly build this. No, please. There is time, okay? There is time, and God's timing is the absolute best, because He knows how prepared you should be for what He's building so you don't crumble it. Yes, He knows how deep your roots should be before you begin to sprout out, before you begin to grow upward. So yes, you have to be accustomed to God's timing. And then the last is courage. Yes, it's courage. Esther's one was, if I will go even if I perish. That's Esther 4 verse 16. She wanted to go. She was courageous. And as leaders are definitely always courageous. They always take the lead. So even when it seems like this particular thing might not work out, they are the ones that are always leading. And Esther's own was, courage might not exactly be the loudest in the room, but it was the most confident. And what was she confident in? She was confident in God. She was confident that God was going with her. Your confidence and your courage should be backed by God. It needs to be backed by God, because that's when you can be so sure of your success. You can tell someone that, I'm going to write this exam and I'm going to pass this exam. You are not bragging. I just know that God is going to do it for me because He has told me to go. He will not tell me to go if He's going to fail me. No. So you need your courage and your confidence to be backed by God. Yes. And Esther's one was, I will go even if I perish. So hers was, if I perish, I perish. Yeah. Esther's story mirrors many of our journeys and our experiences. We are often placed in rooms we don't feel ready for, Sometimes we are given opportunities we did not see coming, but maybe, just maybe, we are there for such a time as this. Maybe we've actually had an entirely rigorous process training us and preparing us to be in those particular seasons, to be in those particular rooms, to be in those particular situations, because God just knows that we'll be able to handle it well, and there's an impact we'll be able to make in those particular places. So wherever you are, if you are in school, if you are at work, if you are in leadership, or you are just at the background, remember, your presence is not random. God is strategic about every single move. God is definitely the best chess player. He has every move calculated. If this does not happen, okay, this is going to happen. He knows the end from the beginning, and he knows the beginning from the end. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just all knowing. So like Esther, your purpose is unfolding, and it's going to be quiet. It might be loud, it might be crazy, it might be tiring, it might be stressful, it might be hopeless, it might be hopeful. But one thing is sure, it's that it's strategic, because God is the one that's got the wheels. God is the one that is driving the train and the ship of your life. God is the one that is in control. So since He's all-knowing and He loves you so much, He has your intentions in mind. He has everything positive and good in mind for us. Definitely, He's going to make sure that we get all that we deserve and all that He has promised us. So yes, your strength is not what is going to save you, but God's own is what's going to keep you going. And if you are in your waiting season, you are preparing, you're learning, you're growing, don't rush it, don't stress yourself. God is crafting something through that quiet faithfulness. Please just stay true, stay grounded, stay in God, and He's going to make it happen at His own time. So Esther's life shows that destiny is not the one that brags the most, but the ones that comes in at the right time and it speaks to nations. That was Esther's story, and that's why I picked the silent strengths of strategy for Esther. Esther's life was a very, very strategic one. God planned the move and the moves, the entire thing. God had it planned, and Esther keyed into that purpose and worked it out beautifully. And you can too, as well. Yes. So yeah, make sure you follow us. This is the end of today's podcast. I'm so glad to be doing this with us. We started this year, and we are going to have, I think, about 30 episodes by the last episode of this year. So yes, watch out. This series is going to be our last for the year, where we just wrap up the year beautifully, understanding how to set smart goals for 2026. Honestly, I think everyone should have started thinking about what they want to do next year now. Yes, you should start thinking about it. You might not have it all planned out, all figured out, all written down, but start meditating, start thinking, start reflecting. What did you do this year? What do you want to do better next year? Pray to God and ask God, what do you want me to do next year? This is our time to fast, to pray, and to seek God's face on what you should do next year. And as you're getting it, make sure you write every single thing down. If God has told you that you should do this, then write it down. If God has promised you that I'm going to give you this possession, I'm going to give you this particular thing next year, write it down. If there is something you want God to do for you next year, write it down. Put everything down, and then we now sit and we talk about how to set smart goals, so you can go back, check everything, and understand how you can actually set smart goals for every aspect of your life next year, from your personal devotion and your spirituality to your development, your career, your finances, your health, your relationships. We are going to be touching every single sector, yes, and we are going to first explain how to set smart goals and things you should work for each of these aspects in 2026, yes. So that's going to be more like our wrapping episodes for 2025. It's been an amazing one this year, and I just really enjoyed doing this with us. Thank you so much for always tuning in. Thank you to all our community members. Thank you to everyone that's always taking time to listen. Thank you so much. If you are listening for the first time, once again, my name is Ebunoluwa Olufayo, and this is the Colors and Lights podcast. You can follow us on Instagram. Our handle is Colors and Lights Podcast, and you can join our community with the link in the description for this podcast as well. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you rate, and make sure you always come and check. Thursdays, 6 a.m. we drop every fresh, new, amazing episodes. Yes, so don't miss it. Once again, this is the 7 Pillars Old Testament edition, and I'm going to catch you next week, 6 a.m. on Thursday. Thank you. Have an amazing week ahead. Bye.